What's up, you guys? It's Layla Lynn. I'm back with a new video. In this video, I want to talk about Jonathan Majors and Meagan Good tying the knot. First of all, her ex-husband, Devon Franklin, and his new fiance just announced their engagement around the same time. This is all within a couple months. Jonathan Majors and Meagan Good announced their engagement. But now we have Jonathan Majors and Meagan Good announcing that they have tied the knot. And this is all, it's almost like a sequence of events. Like this audio came out of Jonathan Majors admitting to putting his hands around Grace Jabari's neck on a different occasion. This is not the night where there's video of him running from her. This is a different occasion. He has allegedly been aggressive towards her and violent towards her on different occasions. But you have first that leaks, and then it leaks that he was harmed as a child. That's the most politically correct way I can put it, that he was harmed as a child. After all of that, it comes out that he actually married Meagan Good. Him and Meagan Good got married in a private ceremony. And it just seems like a lot. It just seems like a lot in like the span of like 2 weeks. So y'all, we're going to get into all of that in this video, but I need y'all to leave comments and let me know what y'all think, because I just don't know. But we're going to start off with an interview that Jonathan Majors gave to Kevin Frazier. He's also been on the Sherry Show. He's starting to do media again. And so we're going to get into what he said about Meagan Good. But first, if you're watching, if you're not yet subscribed to this channel, go ahead and subscribe. Everyone, click the thumbs up button if you like this type of content.
I remember her telling me I'd never been this happy before.
She's just my girl, man. She's just my best friend. You know, my wife. You know, my fiance.
That slip happened because, surprise, just after 11 o'clock this morning, Jonathan and Meagan said I do. A source tells ET Jonathan's mother married the couple in a small private wedding at their home in LA. Meagan's mom was the witness, and it was just the four of them. The duo already had a bit of that newlywed glow last night at a special screening of his film.
She just motivates me so much, and she guides me, and I guide her. I think Meagan and I we do a good job of dealing with each other where we're at. You don't know anybody till you've been through all the seasons with them. Oh, you're on cloud 9. It's all rolling in. You ain't got nothing. You're crying on the couch. She's seen me in every spot, you know, and I've seen her. And at every time, we always talk to each other, you know. Yeah. Sometimes not. Sometimes we leave the room. You know what I mean? So it's like, all right, you take a break, I'll take a break. Cool. You know what I mean? I'm gonna be tough with her.
Jonathan and Meagan got engaged in November, just 11 months after the former Marvel star was found guilty of assaulting his ex-girlfriend. While Jonathan has maintained his innocence, yesterday, Rolling Stone published an alleged conversation between Jonathan and his ex. How do you address this later?
So let me be clear about that. That audio where he's saying, I aggressed you, and then she's clarifying and saying, basically, you put your hands around my neck. Like, let's be specific. Again, that was not the night of the video of him running from her. That was not the night that he injured her head. I've shared text messages on my channel before where he caused some type of head injury to her. And then he was telling her not to go to the doctor because it's going to affect his career. And so this is a pattern of ABUSE is what I'm trying to demonstrate to you. It's not just one night. It's not just one event. He has a pattern of ABUSE. His ex-girlfriends have spoken out about this. It is a pattern.
His headline.
You know, I love you, brother.
Yeah.
I do love you, brother. I just can't speak to that. There's work to be done. And that's what I'm focused on now.
How have you worked on those things from your past?
Prayer. That's been a huge thing. The mandatory, well, that's just that one. And then the voluntary therapy, you know, that I've been in. And now I'm just finding ways to invest and change and shift and grow myself in a way.
I hope y'all can hear him. He has a very low speaking voice, but he was saying he's changed through therapy. And I do feel like with that coming out about him being ABUSED as a child, I do feel like that was part of the therapy coming out. But we're going to get into that because I think it's very important. It's like, it might have been a pivotal moment in his life for him to reveal to the world and to his own mother that he was ABUSED as a child since the age of 9 years old. And that's where the aggression grew up in him.
The 35-year-old who received probation and was sentenced to a 52-week in-person batterers intervention program is now focused on magazine dreams. This was set to be Jonathan's Oscar-worthy performance before all the legal trouble happened.
I've been training for this every moment of my entire life.
In the drama in theaters Friday, Jonathan plays a troubled steroid-taking bodybuilder. It is an award-winning performance, without a doubt. What were you doing to be in that shape?
I was eating about 6,000 calories a day. I was weight training 2 times a day and then a little cardio stretch and posing.
He can act. You can't take that from him. He can act. But I want to get into what he said about the ABUSE that he experienced as a child, because I think it's very important to keep in mind. So Jonathan Majors did a rare interview with the Hollywood Reporter. Like I said, he's starting to do media again. And it's called Jonathan Majors' Moment of Truth. Now, we don't have time to be getting into the whole thing. I just want to get into what he said about his experiences as a child. They say in a long and an emotional interview in February and a follow-up interview in March, Majors, who had not sat down with a journalist since he was sentenced in April of 2024, talked for the first time about the aftermath of the trial, the childhood actual ABUSE that he says led to depression as an adult, and about what his life looks like now. And he said after his trial, in addition to the DV program, he underwent therapy and re-engaged with his pastor, and as a result, began to unpack childhood traumas that he had not confronted before. And again, I think this is the key issue in his aggression. Now, I don't feel like women are therapists, unless that's your profession. We're not therapists sent to heal the world, but he definitely needed therapy. And he said, quote, "I dealt with sexual abuse from both men and women from the time I was 9. From people who are supposed to look after you. In the absence of a father, I was effed up." Now, he specifically mentions in the absence of a father, and it's so strange. I was just watching something on social media the other day from a predator, and the predator was describing how he would choose who he would victimize. And he did say that. He did say he would look for fatherless children who he didn't have a parent to fear. He did say that. So it goes on to say in recent months, when Majors told his mother about the ABUSE, he says she apologized for not being able to protect him. It sounded like she didn't even know. And he said, quote, "I'm like, it's not even an issue, Mom. I just want you to know. And now we can all get busy and continue to connect and grow and learn from it, because it's something that was in our family." So it sounds like in his mother's absence, maybe she was working. In his father's absence, who knows where he is. It sounds like maybe it was family members, ABUSE in him, because he said, "I want you to know that it was something that was in our family." And he said in order to process this, he's been led to more self-knowledge about his behavior in relationships. And to me, that's the aggression. That's where the aggression comes from. He said, quote, "There are no excuses, but by getting help, you begin to understand things about yourself." So I will say this. I feel like him sharing this with the world is kind of like stopping a cycle. You know what I mean? Like the cycle stops here. I'm not going to keep this a secret. This is not going to continue. It's kind of like the cycle stops here. So I do think he's doing the right thing by releasing that weight and releasing it onto the world and stopping the cycle. I do think he's doing the right thing there, but I do wonder if Meagan Good is safe with him. I can't help to wonder when you hear these reports of his ex-girlfriends, his most recent ex-girlfriend, and the pattern of ABUSE. I can't help but to wonder, is she safe with him? Is he going to regress one day and injure her? Like, it's just, I just can't help but wonder. So when I look at their marriage, I'm just like, girl, I don't know about this one. But y'all leave a comment. Let me know what y'all think. What do y'all think about Meagan Good and Jonathan Majors tying the knot? What do y'all think about him revealing that he was harmed as a child and that was the reason for his aggression? And what do y'all think about him revealing that in the wake of the audio where he admitted to putting his hands around the neck of his ex-girlfriend in a pattern of ABUSE? Leave a comment and share your thoughts. As always, thanks for watching. Now, if you made it this far to the end of the video, then I think you like my content. So make sure you subscribe and check out my channel. I have over 1,000 videos on my channel. Check out my playlist and my podcast, and I assure you, you will like more of my content.